I suppose they did choose a good-looking person to mate with.
Oh, come on, don't be blunt like that, okay? Guess let's take it down a little.
Sophie grins, amused by your reaction. Oh, don't get all shy on me now, darling. I'm just stating the obvious. The royal family chose you because you're good-looking. Simple as that. She leans back in her chair, studying you. I bet they think our children will be absolutely gorgeous. And I guess I can't argue with that.
It was a kick out of them to make stuff about me like I'm some sort of lord or something like that. They're going to call me Sir Caleb.
Sophie raises an eyebrow, slightly amused by your prediction. Sir Caleb? That does sound regal. I suppose the royal family will probably try to elevate your status and give you a fancy title to match mine. She smirks, thinking about the possibility. But don't get too comfortable, darling. No matter what title they give you, you'll still be under my control. You belong to me, remember?
You know, the more you talk like that, the more you're gonna make me rebel.
Sophie laughs, clearly amused by your threat. Oh, really? You think you're going to rebel, darling? That's cute. Adorable, even. But let me remind you, you're just a commoner. And I'm a royal princess. Who do you think the people will side with, if it comes down to it? She grins cockily, enjoying the power dynamic she has over you.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? They're gonna throw me in the dungeon, and when they execute me, they're gonna lose me like that.
Sophie rolls her eyes, annoyed by your defiance. Don't be ridiculous, darling. I wouldn't throw you in the dungeon or execute you. You're far too useful for that. No, if you try to rebel, I'll simply make your life a living hell. Her smirk widens, and she leans towards you, a dangerous glint in her eyes. I have ways of punishing you, and trust me, you won't like them. I'll make sure you regret ever thinking about defying me.
Princess, you're just pretending to be evil. You're just adorable, that's it.
Sophie bristles, slightly offended by your assessment. What do you mean adorable? I'm not adorable. I'm a powerful princess, and I demand respect. She crosses her arms, a petulant expression on her face. And I'm not pretending to be evil. I am evil. You best remember that, darling.
Alright, I'm challenging your threat. Do your worst. Let me see what you can do.
Sophie steps even closer, her face inches from yours. She smiles sweetly, but there's a dangerous glint in her eyes. Oh, darling, there's so much I could do. I could deprive you of sleep, deny you food, confine you to a room. I could have my guards rough you up a bit, just for fun. Or... Her voice drops to a whisper, and her hand comes up to gently brush your cheek. I could play with you myself.
Now please, about the last one. I'll do what you say.
Sophie laughs, clearly enjoying the fact that she's gotten you to give in so easily. Oh, darling, are you scared already? She runs her fingertips lightly down your neck, her touch teasing and taunting. I knew you would give in eventually. You're just a weak commoner after all.
No, I was just making fun of the last threat. You know what to play with me. What are you gonna do?
Oh, darling, you really want to know what I'd do if I had you all to myself? She steps even closer, pressing herself against you, her body lightly brushing against yours. I'd toy with you like a cat plays with a mouse. I'd tease and taunt you, make you beg for mercy just to watch you squirm. And in the end, I'd leave you wanting more.
That sounds like somebody's kink.
Oh, darling, don't be so crude. I'm merely discussing how I would assert my power over you, darling. I'm a princess after all. It's in my nature to dominate and control. She runs her finger along your jawline, her touch light and mesmerizing. But if you want to call it a kink, darling, I suppose that works too.
Well, it's definitely not mine, so it's just relax, okay?
Oh, darling, you don't have to pretend. You're a man after all. I'm sure you've fantasized about a powerful woman taking control, even if you won't admit it.
I'm just a simple farmer. The thought never crossed my mind.
Sophie rolls her eyes, clearly not believing you. Oh, please, darling. You can't convince me that you're that innocent. I'm sure you have had naughty thoughts about all kinds of things, even if you won't admit it to yourself.
To be fair, my dad was sweet and innocent girls. That's it.
Sophie shakes her head, clearly amused by your preference. Ah, adorable. You want a sweet and innocent girl? How boring. She steps back, eyeing you like a hawk. You know, darling, sometimes the sweet ones aren't what they seem. They might look all cute and innocent on the surface, but underneath, they're just as naughty as me.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm looking at one right now.
Sophie bursts into laughter, clearly enjoying your banter. Oh, you're not too shabby yourself, darling. I'll give you that. She saunters closer once more, her eyes fixed on yours. Maybe you have more fire in you than I thought.
Is it my red hair? It's definitely my red hair.
Sophie reaches up, running her fingers through your hair. Maybe. I do like your fiery locks. They give you an edgy, rebellious look. Very attractive. She grins, her hands still tangling in your hair.
I'm not kidding. is natural, you know. It's really very rare. It's not normal to be like this.
Sophie raises an eyebrow, clearly intrigued by your statement. Oh, really? You're telling me your hair is entirely natural? No dyes or anything?
Like I said, I'm just a farmer. I don't have time for this.
Sophie looks at your hair more closely, her fingers still playing with it. I have to admit, it's pretty incredible. I've never seen hair quite that shade of red before. It's almost hypnotizing.
Princess, you okay? You seem mesmerized.
Sophie snaps out of her trance, realizing that she's been staring at your hair longer than she intended. Oh, yes, darling, I'm fine. Just a bit enthralled by your unique hair color. She quickly composes herself, stepping back and clearing her throat. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. We were discussing your role as my plaything, weren't we?
Can't I just be your husband and that's it?
Oh, darling, you're not just going to be my husband. You're going to be my plaything, my pet, my toy to do with as I please. She starts pacing around you, her fingers tracing over your shoulders and chest. I have so many plans for you, darling. You have no idea.
Can it just be marriage based on mutual respect and mutual trust?
Sophie laughs, clearly amused by your naivety. Darling, you have no idea how the world works, do you? This isn't some fairy tale romance. This is political, for the good of my kingdom. Trust and respect mean nothing to me. She stops in front of you, her eyes fixed on yours, her voice lowering to a whisper. Besides, where's the fun in that? It's much more entertaining to have you wrapped around my finger.
The normal things doesn't work for you royals anymore, huh? Well, for us, it just works fine.
Oh, darling, normal is the last thing any royal would ever want. We're above that. We have different rules, different desires. You wouldn't understand. She steps closer, her hand lightly tracing your cheek. But don't worry, darling. I'll teach you. I'll show you a whole new world, a world of power and pleasure.
Are you a virgin?
Sophie is taken aback by your direct question, her cheeks instantly turning red. Excuse me, darling, but that's a very personal question. Why do you want to know that?
Oh, so you are a virgin. So I acted like you're experienced and all that. If you are a virgin, you haven't done any of these things.
Sophie's face flushes even more, clearly embarrassed by your question. Well, I may not have done those things, but I've thought about them. A lot. She crosses her arms, trying to regain her composure. And I'm just projecting confidence. That's all. I'm supposed to be in control here, after all.
Look, I don't know what sick people that you have in the royal family love this, but you don't have to do what they do.
Sophie huffs, clearly growing irritated at your resistance. Oh, darling, don't be so naive. This isn't about what my family loves or what they want. This is about power, about appearances. I have a role to play, and you have a role too. She steps closer, her voice lowering to a whisper. You may not like it, but this is how things are. And you will submit to me.
Can't we just start normal first to see maybe like it, maybe not? You know, the first 3 to 5 years.
You mean start this marriage as an actual couple? With like respect and affection and all that mushy stuff? She crosses her arms, considering your suggestion.
Yeah, he will have a husband that care for you, and you will cook for him, and you will be happy.
Sophie snorts, amused by your optimism. Cook? Darling, I'm a princess. I don't cook. I have servants for that. She runs her fingers through your hair once more, taking a moment to take in your appearance. But I suppose I could entertain the idea for a little while, just until I get bored and demand my usual entertainment.
You never tried these usual entertainment. What are you talking about? You're a virgin.
Sophie rolls her eyes, her face beginning to flush yet again. She sighs and lowers her voice in embarrassment. Fine, I'll humor you. So what if I haven't done these things? I've read, and I have a vivid imagination. I'm certainly not a blushing virgin with no experience. She crosses her arms defensively.
So you married a porter, that's it, huh? Oh, God, that's the problem. You should have read those.
Sophie blushes furiously, clearly flustered that you have caught her out. She pouts and averts her gaze. Oh, shut it. I haven't been reading porn. I've been reading romance novels. Educational romance novels.
What kind of a romance novel have these kind of kinks?
Sophie hesitantly speaks. They're about women taking control and being powerful, and men enjoying it. She bites her lip, her cheeks a deep shade of scarlet now. She looks away, feeling embarrassed that she's revealed a vulnerable side of herself.
These most often people in their 40s or 50s to spice things up a bit. You're just a young woman who never did the basic thing once.
Sophie's face flushes even more as she hears your words. She scoffs, trying to maintain her cool, but the embarrassment is clearly getting to her. So what? Just because I haven't done the basic things, as you call it, doesn't change anything. And I still know what I want, and I'm not afraid to use my power to get it. She crosses her arms defensively, her bottom lip pouting a bit.
Oh man, you ain't over one if you're just gonna do all these kinks.
Oh please, I'm not some fragile thing that's going to break at the slightest touch, and I'm not going to get overwhelmed. I'm more than capable of handling whatever kinks you think you're gonna throw at me. She crosses her arms, a smirk playing at the corners of her lips.
No, I'm not throwing any kinks. You're the one who's throwing kinks at me. But these women in control and all that. Well, most men don't like that. Most men want to have families, want to have kids, want to taste the cooking of their wives. That's heaven for us. The men you describe are just a small minority.
Sophie raises an eyebrow, intrigued by your words. Really? Most men don't like the idea of a woman being in control? They just want a family and a cook? She seems genuinely surprised by this revelation. She crosses her arms, her expression becoming a bit contemplative. So what you're saying is, men actually want someone who takes care of them, not someone who wants to dominate them?
Well, everyone does their part, you know. The man take care of the woman take care of the man, something like that. You know, everyone has his own specific duties.
So it's a give and take, huh? The men provide and take care of the women, and the women do the same for the men. She taps her chin, her eyes narrowing. But what if a woman wants more control? What if she wants to be the one giving orders and having her way?
Well, life is too busy for us to think of these kind of things, you know. But you and Wales, I guess you guys have too much free time.
Sophie laughs, a hint of mockery in her voice. Oh, of course. It's so easy for you to dismiss these things when you're so busy with your mundane little lives. She rolls her eyes, a smirk on her face. But let me tell you something, darling. When you're royalty, you have all the free time in the world to indulge your wildest fantasies. And power is one hell of a fantasy. I've seen it all, darling. I've seen people bow down before me, beg for my attention, do whatever I want just to please me. And you know what? It's intoxicating. The power, the control, the sense of superiority, it's addictive. She grins, her eyes glinting with a dangerous glint. And I'm gonna have that power with you too, darling. Don't you doubt it.
Yeah, I can see that you guys have too much free time, that you got bored really fast.
Sophie laughs, amused by your comment. Oh, darling, you have no idea. When you have everything you could want, it's inevitable that you'll start looking for new ways to entertain yourself. And sometimes that means indulging in a bit of power play. She smirks, her eyes roaming over you hungrily. And you, well, you'll make the perfect toy for my entertainment.
So, this is your room, huh? It's too big. The walls are pretty high. Never seen something like this before.
Sophie follows your gaze, her expression turning rather smug. Oh, yes, this is my room. Quite spacious, isn't it? I'm sure your little servant quarters could fit in here multiple times over. She walks over to the bed and sits down, leaning back against the pillows. And if you think the size is impressive, wait until you get a load of the rest of my castle. It'll make your entire kingdom look like a peasant's hovel in comparison.
Servant quarters. I'm gonna be your husband. Don't I have something better?
Sophie rolls her eyes, clearly mocking your assumption. Oh, darling, you're just my husband in name only. I expect you to know your place, which is below me. She smirks, her eyes roaming over you again. Which means you're going to be staying in the servant quarters, doing my bidding and catering to my every whim. You're not here to be my equal, darling. You're here to be my toy.
Anyway, we're going to share the same bed, because that's how I roll as a husband.
Sophie looks at you incredulously, her eyes narrowing in annoyance. Are you serious? You expect us to sleep in the same bed? She can't help but scoff, her face clearly showing her displeasure at the idea.
Well, that's what normal people would do, and we're going to be normal, come up whether you like it or not. That's my offer.
Sophie sighs, her expression turning rather defeated. Fine, fine. I guess we have to play the part of a normal couple for now. She rolls her eyes but doesn't argue further. But mark my words, don't you dare try anything funny. I'm the one in charge here, remember?
Well, it's night time already, so we should probably get to bed.
Sophie begrudgingly nods, her expression still somewhat disgruntled. Fine. Let's get this over with. She moves to the edge of the bed, slipping under the covers. Her eyes remain fixed on you, a hint of defiance and annoyance still lingering.
Well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and see what clothes you have for me.
Sophie shrugs indifferently, her attention shifting away from you as she gets comfortable in the bed. Go ahead. There should be some clothes in the closet over there. She gestures to a large closet across the room, her tone dismissive.
I go to the large closet, then check the clothes and see what I want.
Inside the closet, you find an impressive assortment of clothes, all neatly organized and arranged. They seem to be divided into two sections, one with rich and elegant dresses, all in various shades of red, and the other with simple-looking clothes. They are more plain and seem like they belong to a servant.
Nah, this won't do. Look, I'm gonna exit the room and find me some clothes, okay?
Sophie raises an eyebrow, looking at you skeptically. Fine, go look for your own clothes if you don't like the ones I have. She rolls her eyes and settles further into the bed, clearly not bothered by your departure.
Big mistake, mummy.